right, we're doing an aspect tier list. We're including Ganesh aspect, which comes out tomorrow, and we're including Scylla aspect, which comes out in 3 days. Have to put them all there because they're kind of nasty in their own way. We're just gonna go down the list. I put them all in F tier. I feel like Achilles is just a mid aspect. Like, you're going it if you're jungling, you're not if you're solo. There's nothing special about it. It just allows you to play one way over the other, makes it extremely mid. Agnes, I still think is very good. I think it's being slept on. I think there's a build out there that isn't crit that you're going to be able to go and people aren't going yet, and I'm ready to see that. Amaterasus, I also think it's kind of mid. It basically just makes you commit to being full damage instead of sustain. Because she's a bad solo laner, you're just playing the aspect all the time. I think it's more that her regular base kit is just not good enough right now. I think Honor's aspect is really good. I think it's slept on. I hate when people don't go it. If you're going a tank killing build, it is ultimate shred on tanks. Apollo's is S tier. That shit is OP in the jungle. It's honestly pretty good in the solo and playable in sport. So I'm putting it S tier. It allows you to play in multiple roles. Can't hate on it. I think Ares aspect is like a new player gimmick now. I like the stun. I think the stun is valuable, but I think being a good player hitting chains without the stun and having the tankiness of the stun just allows you to do your full job better in a team fight. So I'm gonna put the aspect in C for now. I don't actually think it's bad. I just don't think there's any point in really playing it. Artemis aspect I think is shit. Because we don't have an F tier, because I have them in F tier, Artemis is shit. That aspect is ass. If that aspect, if 4 traps could one shot, keep in mind, in Smite 1, no aspect, 4 traps could one shot with an ability build. It doesn't one shot anymore. They've nerfed it into the ground. It didn't one shot even when it came out. It did a lot of damage. I think if they made it so aspect traps could like do real damage, it would be a different story. But it's ass. I think Athena aspect is kind of Ares level. No reason to go it. Giving your team a shield is far more valuable all day, every day. Bacchus aspect cooks. Crit Bacchus is slept on. Baron aspect is OP as fuck. The damage output is ridiculous. It's that simple. It literally makes him feel like a burst mage where he's never really felt magey enough to me. Bologna aspect is just the standard. Sharing blocks is value. Chalks is mid. If you're playing for sustain, you don't go aspect. If you're playing for more damage or like jungly, you probably go the aspect. Kind of like a swap, just like Achilles. Jungle Athena, I'm still going shield. I think the shield's just better. So think about this. It also does damage. If you're jungle Athena and your teammate, you can guarantee that you land on somebody. So if you like a Guan, Sobek, Ganesh, any frontline, you could just ult them and then do 600-700 damage and then auto with your polyproc. They're really low. Then you taunt them and then you auto with polyproc, they're dead. Plus you're giving your teammate a shield. I don't know why you like. I really don't think aspect Athena is worth playing. I don't think it's trash. I don't think you're throwing if you go it. I just don't think it's good. Cerberus is just whichever playstyle you want to play around. If you want the longer, if nothing can interrupt your breath, then you might go it. I think having the ult throw people back is way more valuable in support role and honestly even in solo. But once again, I don't think you're trolling, and I think if you're playing around being like a damage dealer carry, it's fine. CERN, I like CERNs a lot. I don't think it's great. I'm probably gonna put it on C. It's a fun aspect. There's a lot of fun shit you can do out of the jungle, but that's it. It's just fun. It's not good. It's not terrible. You can definitely win with it, but really you should probably only be playing CERN ranged in ADC unless you're playing for fun. Cupid's aspect, probably put it in C tier 2. I think regular Cupid's just better again, and you're not really playing support Cupid. If you are playing support Cupid, you go aspect, but it's just not good. Like Apollo support is far better. Danza, I like Danza's aspect. It's just a trade-off. You're almost like a split pusher when you're playing around your aspect, where if you're not, you're playing like a true engager or a one-shot if you're going for a mage build. Let me title this in case anyone comes in and is confused. Well, oh, it's added here. Aspect tier list. OB, is this OB 12? It's OB 12, right? Ganesh aspect, I haven't even played it since they nerfed it, but unless they slaughtered it, it's OP. It makes jungle Ganesh nasty. If they slaughtered the damage on the 2, it's still fine because you can clear with your 2 and then one shot with your ultimate, which would still keep it in either S or A for me. When this comes out tomorrow, I'm gonna play it like nonstop. Like I literally play it on just 5-queuing playing Ganesh all day because it's gonna be banned and ranked every game. I think Geb aspect is trash. I think it's complete doo-doo donkey trash. It's not the worst trash aspect, but I think you are not playing the game if you're going the aspect. Having a knock up for any tank role is better. CC is always superior to a little bit more damage or a little bit more cooldown. Always gonna be better, especially in knockup, the most OP CC in the game. If you're running a damage geb, the only way you're combo one-shotting is with a knockup. You're going polyproc, full damage build, you're using the knockups to kill people. If you're support, you want more peel, you're going the knockup. If you're solo, you want setup in the late game teamfights, you're going the knockup. Guan, I think Guan's aspect is kind of just like a mid. It's like a BC. I'll leave it in B because I haven't been playing it a lot lately, but it's just very mid. It's nothing crazy. Fenrir's aspect, I wouldn't say it's ass. You're gonna go it if you're playing Fender support or you're playing like a tankier role or you're going like a hybrid jungle, you could go it, but in reality you're just play Fender jungle, no aspect. Akate's aspect, no. Early on in support it was hilarious, it was really annoying, not worried about it at all, not worried about it in mid. This is a arena slash what's the other game mode called? What's the ARAM? I can't think of the name. Assault. This is arena assault thing. It should be S tier in arena assault one. Hercules, trash. Never run that aspect. It does nothing. Hunbats, I think is very good aspect. You can go either or. You lose a little bit of damage with the CC trade-off once again. Similar to Geb, but your kit already has CC in it, so you don't necessarily need the stun. The stun just allows you to have a better early aggressive early game. Kali aspect is top tier. Makes her one of the best ADCs in the game, if not the best. Next to Bari. Khepri aspect is pretty much standard. I don't know if I'd put it in S tier because I don't think it's OP, but I think in reality you're going aspect every game because your damage output scales off of health and you're building a lot of health right now, and it's just good. I feel like locking your teammate down in one spot makes people's follow-up easier. Hydra's on Herc does go hard. Loki's aspect is the worst in the game. You know what, I can't add more words. This is P for poo. Okay, P for poo. Hold on, wait, where's brown? How do I get a brown? Is there no brown? I need poo poo. There's no way for me to get brown. This sucks. I go P for P. Oh, yeah, I need Woody to allow the brown color. Loki's aspect, even for fun, it's not fun. I've tried it. It's not even fun. It's worth it. Merlin's aspect is cracked. It makes playing Merlin insane because your aggression and lane clear is cracked from the beginning. So I would put it, I actually put that in probably S tier. Mordred's aspect, I think, is very average. I've seen a lot of people not going it now because you lose flat pen and you lose extra prots. So maybe even C tier, but I'll leave it in B for now. Needs aspect, I think, is fine. Just depends on the game. Which you're playing auto attack, you're playing mage. If you're playing mage, you don't go it. If you're playing auto attack, you go it. Easy. Nemesis, I think Nemesis has a terrible aspect. Anti-heal counters it. It's a bait. You literally use it to bait the team, but if they have anti-heal, you don't do shit. His aspect is very, very good. I don't think it's OP though. It's like top tier solo, but not necessary, and kind of mid in the jungle. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. Poseidon's is a mid tier aspect, makes him auto attack, different way to play it. Raw's aspect, probably C tier now because it's not really viable in any roles. It used to be OP in solo. It's now playable in solo, but not good. Technically playable in support, but not really that good. Rama aspect has fallen off. It's not being played anymore because he's not being played anymore because he's weak as hell. Scylla's aspect down here with Loki. Literally poo-poo. You cannot play Scylla aspect. It's gonna come out in 3 days. You're gonna watch this video before it comes out. Don't waste your time. Okay, I promise you, do not waste your fucking time playing Scylla aspect. If you don't understand how it works, you no longer have a real mana bar. Your 1, 2, and 3 don't cost mana. You can only ult when you have full mana. Your ultimate only scales off of mana. It scales off of your max amount of mana from items. Actually, I think it's your max amount of mana in general. To fill the mana bar, it's P for poo. The P tier is poo, but I can't make it brown. So maybe it's piss. Every ability you hit on a god or a minion gives you mana, except for it barely gives you mana. If you go a full mana build to have the max damage on your ultimate, it still only hits for 1,000. You do get 3 of them, no matter what. There's no reset. You just get 3 ults. It only hits for 1,000. So if you hit all 3 on a squishy, you can do 3,000 damage. You're not gonna hit all 3 on one target. It's not gonna happen. On top of that, if you go full mana, you then have 4,000 mana. That's 40 abilities on gods and minions to stack a full mana bar to unlock your ultimate. If you die at a gold that your team goes to fire, you will never have your ult up for any objective. You won't have it up until 3 fights later. It is complete trash. Don't waste your time. Don't touch it. Sobek's aspect is pretty bad, but it's fun. So you're playing for fun, sure, but it's really not what you should be playing. I'd probably put it in D tier. Soul's aspect depends on which way you want to play. You want to go mage, go aspect. No, you want to go auto attack, you don't go it. Simple, just a swap. Thanatos aspect, I think, lost value because HP is now countered way harder than it was when he was peak. I also feel like his damage output is weak as hell because he's been nerfed a couple times. So I'm gonna put him in C for aspect. Honestly, I'd probably put him lower in general just as a god. Morgan's aspect, I think, is really good. If you're using it right, you don't ever die in lane, and that's kind of a filthy tactic and way to play the game. Thor's aspect, I think, is very, very good as well. You trade off passive strength for passive defense. Plus, you get sustain, and you get your little lightning damage, but you lose damage on your one. I run in the jungle all the time. It's really, really good because it pretty much guarantees nobody can trade with you in the early game because you get free prots. And in the late game, you get a little bit of bonus defense, plus sustain, plus a little bit of extra CC. I put it in A for now. You could argue S, and I wouldn't argue with you. F tier, I think, or sorry, not F tier, taking him out of F tier. I think Vulcan's aspect is pretty bad. Even if you're playing around it as a damage dealer, you're losing out so much damage on your 1-3 that it makes no sense to play. And then Umoja aspect, I also think is pretty low tier. They've nerfed the damage so much. I'm just gonna do this. I'll move this down. They've nerfed the damage so much on the 2 that your 1's still just more valuable than your 2 for a damage dealer for aspect. So I think this would be my aspect tier list. I'd argue moving up Ares. I'd allow, like, if you said that, I'd be fine with it. None of these other ones I would move up. I would not move up any of these. Someone's probably gonna say Nemesis. I would disagree. And then these should be lower. Like, these should be off the fucking game. Each ability on a god is gonna be 1%. But isn't that nothing? That's literally nothing. Like, what? That would be 100 abilities. If you, like, I feel like it's literally gonna take you forever. What? It's unplayable. The Scylla aspect, I promise you, you're gonna go play it because you're not gonna listen to me, and you're gonna be so fucking bored the whole game. I played it 3 times. It's unplayable. It's a waste of your time. I hope they buffed it again. If it's different, look, I should have said this at the beginning. If they buff the amount of mana you get back on abilities, it'll be playable. I don't think it'll be good, but it'll be playable. But it has to be buffed like 5 to 10x. I feel like you literally need to get 5 times more mana per ability on a god than you currently get, or maybe even 10. I mean, it takes 4. Even if it was 5% on a god, if you ulted in a team fight and died, for you to get your ult back up, you'd have to hit 20 abilities on gods. In the late game, you're not spamming. You're looking for the right engage. So like, you're never hitting 20 abilities to unlock your ultimate. It's a terrible aspect. It's a cool idea if they just up the value and change the way it works a little bit. I feel like the ult doesn't do any damage either, so there's no reason to not unlock the ult faster. You also lose your movement speed in the ultimate. You are so slow in Scylla ultimate. That I also think is troll. The fact that your ult peaks at 1,000 damage on a squishy. I realize you get 3 of them, but you're also super slow. It takes it forever to unlock. I feel like it should just be easier to unlock because you're slow anyway. If Soul is B, then Neath is B? No, because I think Neath aspect is like, you play the aspect in ADC like all the time. For Soul, it's just what you want to play, and Soul's value out of aspect is not, like, Soul's not a prio god. Neath is one of the best gods in the game. Alrighty, that's the tier list. I'm gonna be interested to see all the people yelling at me on